know what? I love these type of situations right here. I love it when they get, when you catch them in hypocrisy, dude, in such utter and great and grand hypocrisy. I'm going to name this here. It's called No Autopsy, alright? Alright, once again, I've been watching, I tried to go through all of X-Files and soak up all of their predictive programming from the show. It is just laden with it. And, well, at the same time, if people would have been paying attention when it first came out, they would have been ready for the future. Like, basically, literally. It's weird. It's almost like quantum entanglement through the show sometimes. It's trippy. But through it, Scully's always doing an autopsy on every little thing, every little strange event. Autopsy, autopsy. And it's like, in our society, it should be this way. Anytime, if murder is even slightly possible, you should take every precaution, leave no stone unturned, basically. And in all these shows, like, listen, for instance, I hate CSI. I mean, it's a good show. I don't dislike none of the actors, but it's the propaganda that's behind it, the military-industrial complex reaching out through the TV and through this idea, showing you all this technology that they got and how they're all godlike. All they are just, what is it? They are the proverbial all-seeing. They are the architects with the all-seeing eye on their forehead, basically. And they can just they're like Matrix agents almost. Where were you last night? We know you weren't at your house. Where were you? And they just constantly hammer it in your mind, man. There's murderers everywhere, and we need these CSI, Men in Black, vampire, Mothman agents, man, just running around, man, with the microphone outside your house, outside your window with a microphone while you're with your lady, having intimate conversation. These motherfuckers is chilling back with the damn parabolic microphone, listening, coming around when you ain't home, putting bugs in your house, hitting you with microwave beams, watching you walk around on the inside of your house, persistent surveillance initiative flying by. And a high-profile judge, or Supreme Court judge, gets killed or dies, just in a strange circumstance. And it's like from the top down, they're saying no autopsy, just cover it up, and they're hurrying up and sweeping it under the rug, which is telltale sign that, yeah, man, it's a hit. And, like I said, with what's going on right now with the World War III and the collapse, what it is, they're trying to do a power grab. And they're going to do a regime kind of change to where anyone who's only half in is going to start getting taken out, and then they're going to start placing basically the council has wanted these people there in this position so they can look the other way or always give the nod and the yeah in Congress or whatnot when it's time to vote. And that's how the game pretty much works. But it's just like on 9/11, and they said, no, we got to hurry up and send all this metal all over and sell it real quick. And once again, insurance fraud, insurance money. That was involved in the whole 9/11 scheme as well, and motive for someone to do a false flag inside job. Basically, all the motive is there, and then they've even listen, if the government was responsible, they would have done exactly what they did with the rubble. They sent it all away, cleaned it up quick. When you watch fucking CSI, you watch Miami CSI, you watch look, the X-Files, and these motherfuckers can tell everything about everything from an autopsy or a crime scene investigation. These bitches go over it with a fine-tooth comb. They know all kinds of shit that's going on. Like, if you really watch what they push to us in the show, and how that kind of reinforces the idea of you can trust the government, you can trust the authorities to do this for you, when in all actuality it's a fucking fraud. They're showing you this illusion, you believe it, but really, if it was that precise and precision and surgical, they would start burning the people in the government. They would start getting caught in crimes, in which they already have. They use that CSI on each other, not to stop each other, but to gain intelligence for blackmail schemes, to make sure these motherfuckers lay down and stay down and get down, and hey, yeah, and they will not betray you, because it's kind of like almost if you get two people to commit a crime and one person's kind of sitting there and he's got it all recorded. Later, he can use that as a way to keep the other guy from rolling on him, and then he could even push it further and use it to coerce the person into more crimes potentially. I'm just saying this is how it works. That's how the game works. Even though, I'm not speaking from you know what I'm saying, like that's how I roll or anything, but I could just see that's how it works. You can watch, once again, if you want to think everyone's a murderer and your woman's out to kill you, watch the Woman's Network, and there's just constantly murder porn. Every show is murder porn. The woman, she's hot, but she's kind of crazy, and she got half the cheese is off the cracker, and she whacks her man. Basically, every movie's the same, or some dude's out and he's a stalker type, and he's out to kill his wife. And I mean, that's just how that's like sexism is a way to Willie Lynch man between man and woman, to where we're always looking and expect them to try to overpower us and overtake us, the opposite sex or whatnot. So that's more part of the psyop, to make you believe, once again, you need authorities everywhere. Because look, if you leave people to themselves, it's like the Lifetime network. It's like the movie, or the Woman's Movie Network, man. Everyone's gonna be killing each other. If there wasn't a cop, or some kind of agency, CIA, FBI, EIEIO cat, everywhere, just waiting to jump down out of the tree if you offend Big Brother's name in his honor. That old corporation, Big Brother, that multinational shadowy organization, aka Big Brother. They're ready to put their jackboots up your backside. It's weird like that they got the CSI and the Minority Report scanner, quantum technology computer to predict what you're going to do before you do it, but yet they can't catch these assholes that did 9/11, which it was the government. And once again, if they really use CSI like they proclaim, once again, with this dude that just died, it's like, listen, if someone's high profile, it should be standard procedure just to make sure no stone unturned. And all the 9/11, once again, no stone unturned. Too many people looked the other way. Too many people went with the false narrative, and they still uphold this false narrative. It's basically like some liars have this philosophy of like, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Or you could say criminals, because that's really where it really matters, is when it's with the police. It's like, once you say whatever you say, don't say no more. That's your story. You got to stick to it, because if they can get you to renege, it just really, they can swing the narrative whichever way they want it to go now. You know what I'm saying? But you can't take those baits. And they use, and since they are the police, basically, they're the police's boss, that's how they just say, they stick to their story, and the police don't push it no further. The FBI don't push it no further. They just roll with that. And instead of going up where the crime is actually leading, they keep the fucking lid on us down here, and just keep shitting on us, stomping on us in the head with the jackboots, peeing and shitting on us, because they got jobs, they got authority, look, since they're doing their thing, the people up top look the other way, and they put the eye of Big Brother of Sauron right on us. It sucks, man. And that's the thing. They do have a form of CSI, but they just turned it into a technocracy, dictatorship, tyrannical, Tyrannosaurus Rex situation. And if it was truly used to keep things legit and honest and transparent, we would be catching these motherfuckers in all kinds of shit. And the fact that no one does shows you that there's a cover-up. It is a conspiracy. It is indeed a conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? A conspiracy isn't a theory. A theory is a theory. You can have a theory about conspiratorial topics, but it's like a conspiracy is just when two or more people commit a fucking crime. So in order to cover something up, that takes two at least. And most time it takes a lot more. And like if you really follow the money, the motive, the who's pulling favors, who's shutting the fuck up, who's keeping the narrative steered in the wrong direction, well, that's you can tell who's bought and paid for, who you can't trust. You can trust that you cannot trust him. You know what I'm saying? And this is just a great situation to see these fucking hypocrites just exposed. I mean, fucking hypocrites, man. CSI hypocrites, man. 9/11, no autopsy.